In recent years, there has been increasing concern over emerging pollutants, one of the environmental risks. According to the United Nations Environment Programs, emerging pollutants are chemicals and compounds that have recently been identified as dangerous to the environment and consequently to the health of human beings. We conducted emerging pollutants in water through proprietary analysis. And in this presentation, I'm going to highlight human health risk effect of PFAS, one of the emerging pollutants. So, what is PFAS? PFAS is also known as forever chemicals because of their extreme persistence in the environment. Once PFAS are released into the environment, they can remain in the nature for many years, even though water has been treated. One of the first PFAS was discovered by accident in 1938 by the researcher working in the chemical giant called DuPont. After the Second World War, PFAS was found on more everything used in the future, and it became famous in the clothing and mass defense under the brand name called Teflons, and it was being used everywhere until the discovery of the health hazard of the Teflon chemicals in 2001. These forever chemicals are used in our daily life products like water-resistant clothing, personal care products, fast food packaging, nested pans, and firefighting foams, etc. The potential sources of PFAS are personal care products, landfills, manufacturing facilities, wastewater treatment plants, and airports and military bases where PFAS-containing firefighting foams are used. From these places, PFAS has been transported into the groundwater or surface waters. As a consequence, PFAS accumulate in human bodies from drinking waters and seafood consumption. In 2020, Consumer Report found PFAS in several popular drinking water brands, along with heavy metals called arsenic, lacs, and margarine, etc. Moreover, PFAS were detected in cherry products labeling as water or strain-resistant, regardless of whether they were promoted as eco-friendly products. In 2020, milk from dairy farms in Mainstay contained PFAS more than 150 times higher than state regulation permits. According to the report, wastewater sludge from the maize has been used to fertilize the field where the cattle grazed. Research study finds paper straws and toilet papers also contain PFAS. A report by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, PFAS was found in the blood of 97% of Americans. PFOA, PFOS, PFHS are also the member of PFAS, and also they have been associated with an increased risk of certain health conditions as below. California researchers have found alarming evidence of PFAS in the blood of pregnant women. Exposure of PFAS is associated with increased rate of child health issues such as childhood obesity, developmental delays, and decreased response to the vaccines. During the pregnancy, exposure of PFAS disrupts the normal brain development of the fetus, so there is an increased risk of behavioral problems and neurodevelopmental disorders such as ADHD and autism spectrum disorder in children. Major health risk issues such as cancer, coronary diseases, diabetes, infertility, and high level of cholesterol has been linked to PFAS exposure in adults. Because of the hazard nature of PFAS, the US government is planning to restrict PFAS in drinking water. PFHS, PFOA, PFOS are currently listed under the Stockholm Convention as industrial persistent organic pollutants. In conclusion, international cooperation, public awareness, Investment in scientific research, establishing regulation and safety enforcers are important in the effort to restrict PFAS widespread in the future.